Hey everyone, Nerf Wife here, and today we are on part 3 of our Max Force series. Now we are focusing on our more poisonous blasters today, so let's just get started. Now up first is the Coral Viper. This is a pocket-sized blaster from the 2112 line. So let's take a closer look at this. Now, the Viper uses a pull prime from the front as well as a tail that expands upon opening for a handle. Now, I'm going to back up a little here because we're going to press this pin, and when I do, the Viper's head raises to fire, and it will spit the dart toward your opponent. Now, this fires micro darts and stores extra darts on the blaster on each side. So I'm going to prime it right here, and we're going to fire. So that is the Coral Viper. So up next is the Rattler. It is a 4-shot Mega Dart blaster out of the Max Force series. Now this is one of the original 3 Max Force blasters. So let's look a little closer. So the Rattler has a lever action tail prime where upon pulling back, will fire one of the 4 darts that this blaster holds. This chamber is also swappable for quick reload. Now let's see how this fires. I'm gonna pull it back, and there you go. Make sure it clicks again, and we're ready to fire. Now, this blaster is also highly sought after due to its unique priming method. This is one of my husband's favorite blasters and one of the few that he has had since he was a kid. So I hope you enjoyed the Rattler. So up next is the Venom Shot. This is a front-loading single-fire blaster from the 2112 line. So this does fire vintage micro darts and holds 2 extra darts on the blaster, but it can fire vintage mega darts, but with a lower performance. So this is a spider design, but my husband always thought it was a beetle due to its 6 legs, but it is actually a spider that we just say lost 2 of its legs in an epic attack. So let's take a closer look at this spider. So the Venom Shot. Now to fire this blaster, we're going to push down on this spider's mouth to prime it. And then we are going to lower the grip, and this grip is already lowered, but it does fold up, and we lower it back down. We're going to hold the grip and can pull the trigger right here. We can also, if we didn't want to pull the trigger, pull back on the legs. So let's see. There that is. Now I'm going to show you the Mega Dart, which we're going to put in there. I'm going to prime it again and see how that fires. There that is. So this is the Venom Shot. And last but not least is the Whipped Tail Scorpion. This is a single fire blaster that was part of the Max Force and 2112 lines. Now this is only one of 2 blasters, the other being the Hornet, that was part of both lines. So let's take a closer look. Now this blaster sports 2 dart storage on the tail and fires vintage micro darts. Now this blaster uses a rubber tube to carry its pressurized air to the end of the scorpion's tail to fire the dart. Now to prime the blaster, we're going to pull the head of the scorpion forward and use the grip and large trigger under the legs to fire. So I'm going to back up a little. Now this activates the tail to whip and fire the dart, hence the name the Whipped Tail Scorpion. Now this blaster was one of my husband's favorites as a kid due to its just really cool design. I mean, the tail whips forward to fire the dart. That's pretty neat. So this is one of his favorite blasters. He has the original box of this, and that concludes our poisonous creatures part of this series. So stay tuned for part 4, our final part, coming up next.